everyone, and welcome to Lakeside. And I'm sitting on my stall today because I feel absolutely crap. I've had a cold which has been starting to come out over the last week or so, and I think today it's broken and come out. So apologies if I start sneezing or whatever, but if it gets too bad I'll shut the camera down. Today will be two videos, one of an update of the layout and the other one which I'll put up later on this afternoon about 5-6 o'clock, which will be the prize draw for the competition of 10,000 subscribers. There'll be two winners, each receiving £100 each, through a series of vouchers from Hatton's. I'll talk to you about that later on in the next video. So let's concentrate on this video, which will be, as I say, just a quick update on what I've been doing over the last week. And it's been mainly concerning the buildings across the back. I've built two new buildings and I've lit them and they're in position, and I've done a few other bits and pieces as well, which I will show you. Excuse me. Yeah, that's about it really. The next stage is to put some lampposts on the pavement, on the far pavement, then lampposts on the central reservation, and I will complete that central reservation hopefully this week coming. So I think what I'll do, I'll shut the camera down and I'll show you what I've been doing. Okay, so bye for now and speak to you in a minute. Bye.
Hello again. Right, so the first building is the Kingsway Motors garage. So I've now lit that, and I think that's come out really lovely. Really pleased with that. Obviously all this pavement here has got to be redone here, up to where the garage is going to be, but I can do that later on. So as we move along, the first thing you can see is my temporary fix for the first lamppost. Now it's not even glued in yet, it's still wobbly and it's not fixed or anything, but I just wanted to see how it actually illuminates the pavement area. Now because some of those shops are quite bright, then it doesn't particularly show up that well, but it is there, and especially as it's daylight outside, it's not showing up great, but at night time it does come out really lovely. So as we move along, you can see all these lights now are done and fixed, which you've seen before. And as we move up, we then start getting the new buildings. So this is a new building from Kingsway Models, and the problem with these models is that, as you know, they come already on a card, but you have to cut them out. Unlike Metcalf, like these, you just literally push them out, and the windows as well. But with the Kingsway models, they're not, they're printed. You still have to cut the windows out, all these windows have to be cut out, and you then glaze it, and then you paste behind it the window frames, which are printed window frames, so they don't actually shine any light through. And likewise with the shop fronts, but I wanted those shop fronts lit. So what I did, I photocopied the frontage of the shop fronts, cut the window frames out, and then put the photocopy behind the window frame, and lit it from above. And there's about a 5mm gap between the front of the shop and the first part of the scene of the shop, if that makes sense. And it worked out really well. I'm very pleased with that. I've lowered the intensity on the lights on these shops here, I didn't want them as bright as these departmental type stores. So I've done it the same as that shop there, really. The Tudor building. And likewise with this one, so that's one set of shops there, and here is another set here, and I've done exactly the same thing there. I've cut the frontage out, photocopied the back scene and stuck that behind about 5mm away from the shop front and lit it from above. And from a distance that worked very well. Again, I'm happy with that. It's the best I can do with these Kingsway models. The upper floors aren't lit, but I'm not worried about that. They don't always have to be lit. So yeah, so that is starting to make a nice street scene as we move along. And I've now got another building which is very similar to this building, which will run alongside here. So this pub, as you know, it's a replica of the one, where is it, down there. That's gradually getting moved further and further along up the high street as I work on it, which obviously I've got to change quite a bit. I might even change the brickwork on it, so it's quite different from the other one. So I've got another building very similar to that, but instead of having this rendered centre section, it's all brick. So it does make a little bit of a difference. So that will go in there, and then I have another building which will go alongside that, which will go here. So those two buildings will get shuffled along by two more buildings, so about the same width as those two there. So that's it really. It's amazing how much time building these kits soaks up during a week. One of those takes me about a day to build and modify and put the lights in. It just eats up the time. And then of course you have to light it and install the lighting. But it's gradually getting there. That's scene now is really starting to come alive. Very pleased with this. What else have I done? I think that's really about it. Oh no, tell a lie. I've added some station lights here now. So this station is now really, or platform should I say, this platform is really starting to come together. Those lights there are the same as these ones here, although I've noticed that these are a slightly different colour to these. These are slightly brighter, which I like. So what I might do, I might swap those out for some more, swap these ones out for the brighter ones. I've finished off the paving on the platform and put down the tarmac end. Put a couple of seats there. Still bereft of people, I'm afraid. I've still got to get some more of those. So I've gone all the way along and put the lights up. One thing I did do was that I changed the orientation of the lights. You probably don't remember, but well, I can find one. These original ones here, they were going longitudinally along the platform that way, and I looked at it, I thought, well really it's not right, that they should go across that way to light either side of the platform. So I turned them round and put these new ones in the same way, and I think they look better. So they go all the way along to here, and then when we get to the signal box, I'm going to treat this differently. I'm going to cut the paving off just with my finger, cut the paving off just about here, and tarmac from here onwards, and put some form of security fencing along here as suggested by a subscriber, which I have done to a certain point. You can't really see it. I've done on the other heritage line on the signal box, which is on the platform. So that will be slightly modified there, and so all that section there will be tarmacked as a little separate area for the signal box. Again, people to be added yet along here, and I need to light up this canopy as well, and I should just put a row of lighting underneath the ridge running along here, and hide the cabling going down the rear legs. So that's to do. As you can see, I've started making the, not a good place to start, started making the central reservation to go along there. So I think I can probably start that next week. I need to lift the road surface up, which I did to install that lamppost, so the wire goes down, along and behind, and to do that I need to lift up the road, which is what I did, and yeah, it worked all right. And these are the lampposts which I've got, which I think I showed you last week actually. These are 3 volt, and they've got little LEDs in the top there, and they're totally adjustable by moving this up and down to give you the correct height for your layout. Again, from Kite's lights. Yeah, so I think that's about it as regards to layout. What I've done doesn't seem to be much, but it's taken me bloody ages to do this, the buildings and the lighting, but had to be done, and I think it's coming on okay. Pleased with that. Right, so I think the next shot I'm going to do is using my cube camera. I'm just going to take a shot of the whole layout with it looking sideways on, as if you're looking out of a coach window, and hopefully that will give you an idea of a different idea of how the layout is coming on at the moment. Obviously there's huge amounts of areas which aren't finished yet, like around here, all the way around the layout, until we get to about here, and it starts getting complete again. Still got to do the baseboard there, but hopefully you'll see that on the cube camera as it goes round. I'll be interested to see how that looks myself actually, because I've not seen it yet until we get to here. And I guess the next job, I keep putting it off, but the next job really is to reposition the car park and do the new wire for the fallow system with a turn off, so it goes into the garage and comes out. So really that's the next major job to do, is this area here. Let's take that zoom off. So that's going to be a bit of a pain, I think, but I say I keep putting it off, but I'm going to have to do it. So I might attempt that next week, I don't know. I'll see how I feel with this cold. Okay, so I will shut the camera down now and get the cube camera out and trundle that around the layout and see how that comes out. Okay, so bye for now, and many apologies for a reasonably short video this week. Like I say, I'm really not feeling great at the moment. Okay, so bye for now, and I'll speak to you later on this afternoon. Okay, bye for now.